learn about the digital circuit and the fundamental of microprocessor. Our subject code is DE3003, right? This is the third semester subject. In this subject, we are going to learn the content of digital circuit, number system, logic family, logic gates, Boolean algebra, combinational logic design, flip-flops, and sequential logic design. This is the content of the digital circuit. And the fundamental microprocessor, you are going to learn the architecture of 8085, assembly language, instruction set of assembly language, and the programming of that instruction, and will perform the program also. Also, we will interface the memory map and the IO device. So this is the content we are going to learn in this subject. The subject name is Digital Circuits and the Fundamental of Microprocessor. Clear? Now, the
Yes, miss.
digital circuit means what? Till now we have seen the all the components of analog, transistor, resistors, diodes, capacitor and all. So analog signals and digital signals. Sine wave, it's represent as an analog signal, right? It is continuously changed with respective time. The amplitude of analog signal is continuously changed with respect to the time and the frequency. But in digital signal, it has only the two state, either 0 or 1. That is, we represented high or low, or 0 volt or 5 volt. So we will learn the digital circuit. Now today we are the best example of the digital system. See, in the corona, we are stuck up in our home, but due to the digital platform, we are going to conduct the lecture and we are continuing our semester. So this is the powerful example of digital system, right? We are far away, we are in a far away of the distance, still we are communicating with each other. So this is the best example of today's digital platform. Now, in a lab session, we are going to perform all this practical. We'll see how we will perform the practical in digital platform, as well as when the institute will open, that time we will perform the practicals in our hardware lab. So our practicals are whatever we are learning in a theory, that is a logic gates, number systems, logic families, combinational circuit, sequential circuit, and the flip-flops. So on all the base, we have to perform the practicals. So verification of logic gates, what is the De Morgan's theorems, and an OR gate, K-maps, flip-flops, shift register. As well as we will perform the practical on the microprocessor, that is what are the instruction set we learn, data type instruction set. So we'll perform the program on the data type instruction set. Arithmetic instruction set, so we'll perform the programs on the arithmetic, logical, branching, and the small programs with using all the instructions whatever we have learned. Like we have done lots of programming, logical development in our C programming. Almost all the program we have done, largest, smallest, ascending, descending, finding the odd number, finding the even number, finding the negative number, finding the positive number. So the same logic will have to apply into the or assembly language programming. This microprocessor use assembly instruction. Which instruction is it is used? It is used assembly instruction. And by using assembly instructions, we are going to learn the programming in assembly language. Okay. Now our first topic is, what will be the internal mark assessment? You on the syllabus, that is 50 marks. Whatever you are performing the labs, as well as you are performing practicals and the write up of the practicals, so total lab you are doing, so that is the 10 marks. And you have to give one the practical skill test, that is your 15 marks. So 75 marks is your internal, and final exam is for theory, final exam is for 50 marks, and final practical exams is for 25 marks, right? So this is your marking scheme of this respective subject. 75 is your internal marks and the 75 is your final marks. Now the number system. Today's world, we are into the digital world and the analog world. When we go to the market, we count our money into the decimal: 10, 100, 20, 50, 40, 60, 70, whatever. So this is or the decimal amount. But into the digital world, they will digital word, it will be only in the form of 0 and 1. So that is called the binary number. So what are the kind of the decimal number systems are available into the digital system that we are going to learn. So what content will be there into the number system? What are the number system? Representation of number system of different radix. Conversion from radix means what? It is a base. If you have a decimal number, your base is 10. If it is a number system of digital, your base is 2. If it is a number system is hexadecimal, base is 16. So radix is called as the base of that respective number system. Conversion of number system from one number system to another number system means one radix to another radix, means it is the conversion of binary to decimal, decimal to binary, binary to hexadecimal, hexadecimal to binary, and vice versa, hexadecimal to decimal. That is called the conversion of number system from one radix to another radix. Complements of number system, it has a one's complement, two's complement, and the arithmetic operation of the number system. Means we can perform all kind of operations, though whatever we perform the arithmetic and logical operations. So we perform all arithmetic and logical operation with the number system. So arithmetic means addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, how we will perform in the number system. What is a number system exactly? A number system represents the number of certain types. It is a certain types. There are several number systems are represent. The counting number system that includes usually base 10, as I explain you. Whenever we go to the market, we buy anything, we do the transaction with money, we count our marks, everything, it is in the form of the 10. That is a decimal number system. That is 0 to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So a number will be turned off within this 0 to 9. That is called the decimal number system. And binary number system, it has a base. Decimal number system is a 10 base. The symbol is 0 to 9. Used by the humans, yes, but it is not used by the computer. Computer doesn't understand the decimal numbers. It is only understand the binary number. This is for us. So now we are the human being, we are interfacing with the digital system. So we understand the decimal number, computer understand the binary number. So there is a platform that convert the decimal number into the binary number, which the computer can understand, or the decimal system can be a digital system can be understand, and whatever the digital system performing, that we should understand. So again the binary numbers is converted into the decimal number. So that is the conversion. Now the second number system is binary. It has a base only 2. It has only two number, 0 and 1. It is not used the human being. Only those are the professional, they can understand the binary number. Layman cannot understand the binary number. They will confuse with the all 0 and 1, 0 and 1, 0 and 1. But we can understand that number because we are the professional of the binary. We have learned the system, so we can understand. Computer also understand that system in the form of 0 and 1. Octal number, it has a base 8. The number system numbers are only 0 to 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It we are also not understanding, and the computer is also not understanding. VR means layman will not understand. Those are the professional, they will understand the octal number system. Again, it is a hexadecimal number system that has a basis 16. Its number is 0 to F, means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After 9, it start the A, B, C, D, E, F till the 16 number. It won't be after 9, it is a 10 as like a decimal number. It is A, B, C, D, E, F. So that is called the hexadecimal number. F is equals to 15. It represents the 15 of decimal number. We are also not understanding, and computer will also not understand. Now, the decimal number. If the decimal number is 0, binary number is also 0, octal number is also 0, and the hexadecimal number is also 0. There is no difference between all the number system. 0 will be the same as it is. Even the 1, decimal number is 1, binary number is 1, octal number is 1, hexadecimal number is 1. Decimal number of 2. In decimal, there is a 2. Binary, it is represent 1, 0. And octal, it is represent 2. Hexadecimal, it represent 2. Same as 3. In decimal 3, binary number, it represent 1, 1. Octal number, it represent 3. Hexadecimal number, it represent 3. Up to 7 is also till the 7. That binary number is 111. Octal number is 7. Hexadecimal number is 7. But after this 8, binary number is decimal number is 8. Binary number is 100. But octal number, it is not 8. Octal number is start the 10, because the octal number radicals is only 7. 0 to 7 number. After 7, it start again the 10. Decimal number, hexadecimal number is as it is 8. Decimal number is 9. Your binary number is 1001. Your octal number is 11, and your hexadecimal number is 9. So again start decimal number is 10. Your binary number will add here the 1. So 10010, and your octal number is 12. But your hexadecimal number is not a 10, it is start with the A. Your decimal number is 11. Your same represent the binary number 1011. Your octal number is 13. Hexadecimal number is B. So again it comes 12. Your binary number is 1100. Your octal number is 14, and your number is hexadecimal number is C. So this is the conversion till 15. Your decimal number is 15. Your binary number is all 1. Your hexadecimal number is 17, and your number is F. Now, if it is a decimal number is 16, what will be your binary number? Your binary number will be a 1. It will add 1 here. 10000, 4 times 0. Your octal number be 20. It will start from 20 because it is a 7. Now again it is start 20. Your hexadecimal number will start 10. So this is the conversion of the representation of binary, equivalent of decimal, decimal number equivalent of binary, octal and hexadecimal number. Conversion among all the base. We can convert the decimal number into the octal, into the binary, into the octal, into the binary, as well as into the hexadecimal number. Vice versa, octal number we can convert into the decimal, we can convert into the binary, as well as we can convert into the hexadecimal number. Same as binary number, we can convert into the decimal, we can convert into the octal, we can convert into the hexadecimal number. Same as hexadecimal number, we can convert into the binary, we can convert into the decimal, we can convert into the octal. So today's our aim is we should understand what is a decimal number. All we know that we have learned from our childhood. What is a binary number? That is only the 2, 0 and 1. What is a octal number? That is 0 to 7. And what is a decimal number, hexadecimal number? That is 0 to F. Means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F. This is a hexadecimal number. Then the second concept is that how we are converting this number into other number, vice versa. So our first aim is, first we should understand what are the numbers. And then the second, how we will convert one number into the one number system into the another number system. Now this is binary to octal. All of we know that the binary is only the 0 and 1 and the octal is only 0 to 7. So the group into the 3 starting at least significant symbol, last significant symbol, least significant symbol. If the number of bits is not evenly divisible by 3, then add zeros at most significant end, add 0 at most. This is what, this last number is what, it is a least significant bit. This is called as LSB. And this last number, this one is, and this is called, and this is called as most significant bit. This is MSB. First bit is MSB, last bit is LSB. Now what it called as group into the 3 starting at the LSB. Group into the 3. So this will first group 1, 0, 1. This is the second group 0, 1, 0. Now the just only 1 is left. So the add 0 into the MSB to group with these 3. Right? So now how we will convert into the octal? This will be the first group. This is 1, 0, 1. This is 0, 1, 0 and 1, 0, 0. So this is the second group. So now this is 1, 0, 1. It represents 5 of octal number. That is, if we are keeping here the 0, 1, 2, 4. So the 4 plus 1, it is a 5. Now here 1, 0, 1, it will represent only 2 because this is the base of 0, 1, 2, 4. It will be a this 2. This is what 1 only left and MSB we are adding 0. So what is here? 1 only. So the 1, 2, 5. This binary number is converting into the octal number, that is 1, 2, 5. Now, this is the octal number, convert into the binary number.
मॅम आवाज नाही येते तुमचा.
Hello Girls, just a minute. I'm connecting my charger. Girls, just a minute, beta. I'm
Okay, miss.
connecting
Okay.
my charger.
Okay, miss.
Clear, beta? हाँ. Now this is the
Yes, miss.
octal. Yeah. Now this is the octal number to convert into the binary. So what is the octal number is 257, right? Now 7 it's represent all three, right? This is 1, 2, 4. If you add this 1, 2, 4. So what is it is a 7. 5 is converted into this binary as we have seen earlier. 1 and 4, 5. And 2 is converting this. So what is the binary representation of this octal number is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 and 1, 1, 1. So first slides we have learned that convert the binary number to octal, and the second is we have converting the octal number into the binary. Now octal number is only till 7, 0 to 7. It won't have the 8. If it is a 8, that will comes into the hexadecimal or decimal number, not into the octal number. Clear? Now the second steps is convert the binary number to the hexadecimal number as hexadecimal number. Now we have learned that how we will present A, B, C, D of hexadecimal number. Base of that, so the group into the 4 starting at the least significant. In octal we will do the group of 3 from LSB. In hexadecimal we have to do the group of 4 from the LSB. So now this number is from LSB means we can see from this point of view. So 1101, this is one group. Then the second group is 1101. This is second group. And third is what? 0, 1. Again we can add here the MSB 0, 0. Now we'll see that this 1011 it is represent the B. 1011 it is again represent the B, and the 0010 it represent the 2. So what will be the hexadecimal number of this binary is 2BB. This is a conversion of hexadecimal number of this number into the hexadecimal 2BB. We will do the group of 4 number from the least significant bit from the LSB, and that binary number is represented into the hexadecimal number. So the conversion of this binary number into the hexadecimal number is 2BB. Now next, how we will convert the hexadecimal number into the binary number. Suppose the hexadecimal number is 25A0. Which number is 25A0? So the 0 will represent 4 zeros in hexadecimal number. If it would have into the octal number, how 0 will represent? 0 will represent only the 30. But it is into the hexadecimal number, we have to take the 4 digits. So it will represent the 40. A will represent 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. 1, 0, 1, 0. A will represent 1, 0, 1, 0. 5 will represent 0, 1, 0, 1. 5 will represent 0, 1, 0, 1. And 2 will represent 0, 0, 1, 0. So what will be the hexadecimal number into the binary? 25A0 is 0, 0, 1, 0. 0101, 1010 and 0000. This will be the binary number of this hexadecimal number. Just write the binary number of 0, write the binary number of A, write the binary number of 5 and write the binary number of 2. Now octal to hexadecimal number. First we have done that binary to octal, binary to octal to binary, binary to hexadecimal number, and the hexadecimal number to the binary. What we have seen? Binary to octal, right? Just group of the three numbers and represent the what the octal number is for that three digit. Then octal to binary, whatever the binary number of this octal number we can write directly. Then binary to hexadecimal number, group of 4 bits from the LSB and write that binary number into the hexadecimal number. Hexa to binary, write the binary number of this hexadecimal number 0, A, 2 and 5. Now octal to hexadecimal number, it is not a directly conversion, it is an indirectly conversion. First you have to convert the octal number into the binary with the group of 3 and then form the group of 4 number and that convert into the binary. Now suppose your octal number is 635.27. We have not seen till now this point after decimal point number. We have seen only the numbers, not the decimal number. So we'll see later on the decimal number also. First we will see the 635.27. Now this is a octal number. It is converted into the binary, means it is a group of 3. 7 is 111. 2 is 010. Point is point. 5 is 101. 3 is 011. 6 is 110. Now we'll do the group of 4. From point we'll see the MSB number 0101. This is a group of 4. Then only 11 is 2 number is left. So we add here the 00. So the now number is 1100. Now here in the number we'll see from the LSB 1011. So this is a number 1011. The second number will be a 1011. 1001. Now the only one number is left here, so we can add the 0 into the MSB. Now we'll see the representation of 5 is 01101. It represents the D number. It represents the D number 11101. Now the next number is 1001. It represents the 9. And the next number is 001. It represents the 1. Here 0101. It represents the 5. 1100. It represents the C. So this octal number 635.27, it will convert into the 19D.5C. This is conversion of hexadecimal number. It is octal number is converting into the hexadecimal. It is an indirect step. First you have to convert that octal number into the binary number, and then binary number, it is form of the 4 digit and it's convert into the hexadecimal number. Hexadecimal to octal, again it is the same, that hexadecimal number, convert hexadecimal number into the equivalent binary, and that equivalent binary is convert into the octal number. So while conversion of octal to hexadecimal and hexadecimal to octal, first you need to convert into the binary, and that represents the octal number and the hexadecimal number. So your hexadecimal number is A3B.7. A3B dot 7. Now A is represent 1010, 3 is represent 0011, B is represent 1011, dot 7 is 00011. Now it is in octal, it is a group of 3. So from this dot we can see from this end it is a group of 3, 110, 111, 000 and 101. We'll see the number of this. 101 is 5, 000 is 0, 111 is 7 and 011 is 3. Dot 011 is 3 and only 1 is left, so again we are adding here 00. So 100 is 4. So what is the conversion of this octal number? A3B dot 7 is 5073.34 octal. So this is your hexadecimal number A3B dot 7. This hexadecimal number is converting into the octal number, that is 5073.344. So this is, we have seen the vice versa conversion octal to hexadecimal as well as the hexadecimal to octal. In both the process we need to convert into the binary number, and that binary number will represent with their respective number. If it is a octal number, it will be the group of 3 prime binary number. If it is a hexadecimal number, it will be the group of 4 digit. Now, any base number is convert into the decimal number. Now we'll see, we have seen hexadecimal to binary, binary to hexadecimal, octal to binary, binary to octal, as well as we can see the octal to hexadecimal number and hexadecimal number to octal. But we have not yet seen any number is converting into the decimal. Any number means it is a binary number, it is a octal number, it is a hexadecimal number. Now converting from any base to the decimal number is done by multiplying each digit by its weight and summing, right? Suppose binary number is convert to decimal number. Suppose this is a binary number 1011.11. This is the base 2, means it is denoted as a binary number. How we'll see this conversion of decimal number? This 1 into 2 plus 0 into 2 plus 1 into 2 plus 1 into 2. So don't give the power. Now here the point, start from this side. It is 2 to the power 0, then next number is 2 to the power 1, then next number is 2 to the power 2, then next number is 2 to the power 3. Plus, after point it is a 1, 1. So the 1 into 2, 1 into 2. After decimal point it start 2 to the power minus 1, 2 to the power minus 2. When we go on that, it will increase the 2 to the power minus 2. So now first we'll consider this decimal point. When we go to the right side, it will increment the power of 2, 2, 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3 and 2 to the power 4 and 5 onwards. When we go to the left side, it will be the 2 to the power minus 1, minus 2, 2 to the power minus 3. This way we have to form the and sum of all. Now here in this example, 1 into 2 to the power 3. So the 2 to the power 3 is 8 plus 0 into 2 to the power 2. 0 into anything is 0 plus 1 into 2 to the power 1. So it is again 2 plus 1 into 2 to the power 0. 2 to the power 0 means what? 1 again. So it comes 1 plus 1 into 2 to the power minus 1. Minus 1 means 2 to the power minus 1 means 1 by 2. And if it is a 1 by 2, it comes the 0.5. Now here 2 to the power minus 2. Minus 2 means what? It is a 4. So it is a 1 by 4. 1 by 4. So 1 by 4, it comes the 0.25. When we do the sum of all this number, 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11 plus 0.5 plus 0.25. So it comes the answer is 11.75 of decimal number. So 10 is, it is a base of 10. So 1011.11, it's convert into the decimal number, that is 11.75. Convert integer part, successive division method, or convert fractional part, it is a successive multiples method. Means first we have seen any binary number into the decimal number. Suppose if it is here the octal number, so it will be the base of 8. Suppose it is a hexadecimal number into the decimal number, it will be the base of 16, right? If it is a binary to decimal, so it is a base of 2. If it is a octal to decimal, it is a base of 8. If it is a hexadecimal to decimal, it is a base of 16. Now any decimal number to any base number. So there are, if it is an integer part, so it will be the division method. If it is a fractional part, it has a multiplication method. We'll see. Suppose this is a decimal number, it convert into the binary number. 1, 2, 5. This is a decimal number to convert into the binary number. A binary number is base of 2, right? So now 1 to 5 is divided by 2. So 62, it comes the 1 to 4. So 1 to 4 by minus 1 to 5. So it remainder is here 1. Again 62 divided by 2. So it comes 31, but remainder is 0. Again 31 is 15 is divided by 2 is 30. So remainder is 1. Here the remainder. Again 15 is divided by 2, it comes 7, but the remainder will be 1. 7 into 2 is 14, so 15 minus 14 is 1 remainder. Again 7 is divided by 2, it is 3. 3 into 2 is 6. 7 minus 6 is remainder 1. Again 3 is divided by 2. 2 ones are 2. So 3 minus 2 is 1. Again remainder is 1. And 1 is divided by, if it is a 1, that will copied as it is. Now see from the bottom side to the upper side. So 1 1 1 1 1 0 1. So what will be the binary number of this decimal number is 1 1 1 1 1 0 1. So the conversion of any decimal number into the binary number or into the octal number or into the hexadecimal number. Now if it is a binary number, that's why we have taken here the 2 division divided by 2. If it is a octal number, it will take here the 8. If it is a hexadecimal number, it will take here the 16. It is divided by 16, and conversion of that decimal number into the any number, that is any